8 times Star Wars and Star Trek told the same story. While Star Wars and Star Trek are very different franchises despite their similar names, there have inevitably been many times when they have told the same story. This may seem unlikely at first glance, as Star Wars and Star Trek fans have been rivals for as long as anyone can remember. Star Wars leans more into space fantasy, telling a story about another galaxy in the distant past, and creating new mythology to captivate modern audiences. Star Trek, meanwhile, is science fiction, offering humanity a glimpse of an optimistic future of exploration and technological innovation. Of course, when both franchises rely on starships, alien races, and traveling faster than the speed of light, there are sure to be common elements. Some moments even go beyond similar names or designs to having the exact same plot and style of storytelling. Whether intentional or not, these examples are an opportunity to observe parallels between the two biggest names in science fiction. As Star Wars and Star Trek continually release new movies and TV shows, viewers can continue to spot their similarities and not just their differences. Star Trek TV episodes often begin with a captain's log to tell the audience everything they need to know without interrupting the story's pacing. When Star Trek Voyager premiered in 1995, however, the creative team needed to summarize the basic conflict between the Maquis and the Cardassian Empire for any new viewers who had not seen Star Trek The Next Generation or its spin-off Star Trek Deep Space Nine. The solution was to begin with 3 paragraphs of text, followed by a chase scene introducing 3 main characters and setting the show's plot in motion. It would be hard for any movie fan to miss the similarities between the opening of Voyager and the first Star Wars movie. A New Hope famously begins with an opening crawl explaining the conflict between the rebels and the evil Galactic Empire, followed by a giant Star Destroyer chasing the smaller Tantive 4. The next few scenes introduce 3 main heroes and lead to the droids fleeing in an escape pod to set the rest of the plot in motion. Considering this was the first scene of a new Star Trek series, the decision to have a clear Star Wars parallel was interesting. Fans had waited 16 years for another Star Wars adventure on the big screen when Star Wars Episode I, The Phantom Menace, was released in 1999. Rather than having another evil empire, the main villains were the greedy Trade Federation, a galactic corporation powerful enough to have its own private droid army and a seat in the Republic Senate.